welcome to the Shelly Studio. Today I am doing, I guess it's a master board. It's going to end up being a bunch of ATCs. I'm using some jelly prints from, let's see, one of them is on deli paper and the other I think are coffee filters. Done a few years ago. I've had them for a while. Decided to pull them out. I have lots of paper, honestly. If anybody's interested in buying them in bulk, maybe I should put them for sale on my Etsy store, because I love gel printing and you end up with a lot of printed papers that way. But I figured this is one way to use them up. I'm going to collage them all onto this cardstock and then maybe do some, I don't know, play with paint or markers or something over the top, or both, to make it more interesting, of course. And there's no rhyme or reason, just kind of mixing it up, trying not to put the same thing next to each other. Sorry about the camera angle. I bought me a tool. I'm hoping it's going to help me with my camera angle, so that I'm not constantly going off the table where you can't even see me do things. So I tried editing out all the stuff that I do below the camera angle, but I don't know. I just keep bringing it closer and closer to myself, and I forget, that the camera's up there as I'm going. This is kind of meditative to do, just to glue papers down. It really is. You can just zone out and just keep sticking papers down. It's fun. It is fun. And I usually do it while listening to TV. I'm not usually watching the TV, but I listen to a lot of TV while I'm doing this kind of thing, because you really don't need your full attention. I know with some art, you really should kind of focus on it, but I watch a lot of TV, or listen to it. I think when I was making this one, I binge watched Wednesday. I really liked that. And I never watched The Addams Family or Munsters or any of those shows. But, yeah, I really enjoyed Wednesday. Can't wait for the next season to come out. Of course, I watched stuff like Grimm, that I enjoyed that show too. I watched The Supernatural for a while. Then we lost the channel. We didn't get the channel that it was on, so I lost track of that one. I could go back now that it's probably on Hulu or Netflix and binge watch it from the beginning. I don't know if I want to get involved in that one's a really long series. Is it still going? I don't even know. Or did it end? Anyway. So I didn't really think about color too much. I did kind of think blue and orange are, so this is kind of an orangey yellow, are opposite on the color wheel, so they would be good together. I don't know. That's the most I thought about the color. Sorry, that's my phone going. Anyway, just filling up the board. I think I edit it here soon, so you don't have to sit there and watch me do the whole thing, but really I'm just putting all the pieces down till there's no white spots left. That's the goal anyway. Okay, so we've just about filled it. One last spot. I think that was like a light colored piece of paper. I'm just going to stick something else over it because it still looks white. Or maybe I don't. Did I? Maybe I didn't. where's my piece of paper? Anyway, so I decided I wanted to put some bird silhouettes on here, and I think I used the smallest bird stencil I have, which is still a little bit big. It's a Dina Wakley stencil that I've had for a really long time. I masked off the one that was next to it so that it wouldn't I wouldn't have a problem and end up getting it in there. And I'm just randomly putting them around. I'm putting them quite close together, as close as I can, just to make sure there's one, I'm hoping, one on each ATC that I do. And I'm not thinking about where the cuts are going to be. So some of them do end up having all tails. Or just a bit of a wing. But I'll put some other stuff on here too, so that will add some interest for the ones that don't end up with the bird. And if you get it all done and you cut it up and there's not enough happening on that one, who's to say you can't go and add something to that one card? Like I could stick a quote on there, or add a different bird in a different color, or something to each individual ATC to make them more unique. So I decided my birds weren't standing out quite enough, so I'm just taking a pen and going around, and this is just, I think this one is a Uniball Signo Black. I think that's the pen I'm using. It looks like it is. I'm trying to tell. But yeah, I like that one. It works pretty well. It's not waterproof. Might be once it's 100% dry. But yeah. In fact, I have it sitting here. I don't know if it was sitting upside down for a while, but it looks like the ink is all leaking in places you don't want it to leak. It still works. Yep, it still writes. I don't know. I'm wandering now. Sorry. But just going around, outlining all the birds. It's because I want them to stand out a little bit. So after that, I felt like they needed more. So I decided to hand draw some stars, because why not? So I'm drawing some onto some dark brownish colored paper. This is also jelly print paper. I cut them all out, and I'm just going to glue them on randomly. And I know this looks really busy, but that's kind of how it works when you do like a ATC Master Board. You want all that pattern, because when you cut it down, you know, you're just going to have a little section of that as your final image. So yeah, I'm putting stars everywhere. And then I decide to add some Posca. And I'm just making some marks, random marks. I'm not good at mark making. I don't know. It always feels contrived for me. And I see people do their mark making stuff, and it just looks so cool. And yeah, it's like 5 here, 5 here, 5 here. They have to be exactly like this. I don't know. Marks are hard for me. What can I say? And I'm just doing some circles with the black Posca. The white marker was actually Faber-Castell Pit Artist Pen White 101. It's the fatter one, but it's my current white marker that's working. So if I want white, that's the one I'm using till I run out, I guess. And then here I'm just dashes and dots, I guess. Just putting more marks in it, making it, hoping that's going to make it more interesting. And of course, avoiding the birds. I want the birds to be the subject, hopefully. At least they will be in a few of the cards that I cut out. I looked at it for a while. I want to do some more. So I pulled out a blue Posca and just decided to make some marks, more marks. And then I think I decide to go around all the stars. I don't know, once you do one, you feel like you got to do them all, so that's what ends up happening. There it is finished. So I'm going to make a photocopy and chop it up into ATC sized cards, and they're going to go with a thing that I'm doing with my family. But yeah, you could do that, or I made this little card. It's not the best quality, but you could, you know, see what it would look like. I wanted to do a smaller bird. Did I have a smaller bird stencil? I can't remember. But isn't that fun? You know, just fun. You could do other things, make it postcard size, whatever. You could do more embellishment if you want. Here's a photocopy. It's really poor quality paper. I ended up doing it on some cardstock, which is a little bit better paper, and here you can see a couple of the ATC size cutouts. And the plan was to put something on the back. It didn't print very well, so I did some more. They've already been given away, but yeah. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you all for watching. Have an awesome day.